What up? How we feeling? Top of the morning, top of the month, top of the everything. Everybody go ahead. If you guys are on Instagram, please go over to either YouTube or Facebook. I am Doughboy. It's a much better show over there because I can share the screen, all the different things like that. Tessa, what up? Copy, what up? The mic is off? You sure the mic is off? Are you sure the mic is off? Oh. Are you sure the mic is off? Is the mic still off? Is the mic off? You got COVID. Damn, good better. Can y'all hear me over here? Make sure y'all can tell me if y'all can hear me over here. Somebody said the mic was off. It's on? I know you guys are good over here. Said you needed this at work today? Okay, well, you know I got you. We're going to talk about some things. Y'all can hear over here? All right, cool. I got to figure out what I'm going to do about this hair. It's getting wilder than kept. I ain't been keeping up with going to the barber, which should be easy because I'm just going to get a lineup. Mic is clear? Okay, cool. We good. Y'all can hear me. All right, cool. We just letting everybody come up in here. Please smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, all that good stuff. Yeah. It's been a little bit of time. I ain't seen y'all since Friday. But we are back in the mix like hominy grits. Today is the first of the month. Yes, I will be on roast meat tonight. Hopefully I can talk some shit the right way. The donation is in here. Yeah. We all in here. Make sure if you guys are in here, go over to YouTube or to Facebook. I'm going to be sharing the screen. I got a whole docket. It's a whole thing. We're enhancing the experience. I don't know if y'all see I changed it a little bit. Changed the background. Tried to do a little bit more, but I was like, maybe the green screen come down. I brought one of my favorite pictures, the Ali versus Tyson. Still see me and Kiara's painting. So, yeah. Tia up in here, what it do? Yes, thumbs up. Trace Middleton, what up? Rough Dog is in here. Onicia, what up? All of y'all on Instagram, go over, because I'm only going to keep this on for the first 15, 20 minutes, and we're all going to head over to YouTube or Facebook. Jacob said you've been rocking with me for a minute. Glad to see how far I've come. God bless. Appreciate you. You know, I'm just one day at a time in this thing. You know what I mean? Can you arm me with some jokes beforehand? For sure. I'll take some jokes. Chase Dub in this thing. What up? Yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with this damn beard. It's running wild. The hair is growing. It's flourishing to some event, to something, but you know, it's not exactly where we want to be. All right. Make sure y'all over here on Instagram, go over to YouTube or Facebook and you can watch this entire show. Danger Derek said, "Hey man, how have I been? Everything all right, man? Everything is good. I got no complaints. You know, life is great. High priority. Yes, I enjoyed that high priority package. I need another high priority. Let's talk. I have a proposal for you. Maybe we can figure something out." You went live with David Lucas back in 2020. Hey man, David Lucas is one of the best at this thing. You know. Just T said, "Good morning. Good morning." DL Monique, we're gonna talk about it. Oh, we're gonna talk about that. It's absolutely on my docket. So yeah, we are gonna talk about that. For sure, high priority. I'll hop in your DM. We'll chop it up. Yeah, David Kapil Patel said David Lucas got some serious comebacks. He's probably one of the best rebuttalers in the game. Great. He's a great guy too. And he can win in any room. He's roasting in white rooms, black rooms, any kind of rooms. Not everybody can do that. Shout out to that guy. Good morning. Yes, yes. All right, at 6:20, we're gonna be cutting off the IG feed. I'm gonna need everybody to hop over to the YouTube feed or to the Facebook feed. We need you. We need you over there. You understand me? Colin Oates is up in here. Yo, what up? How you feeling today? Are you guys ready for the fact to settle into the fact that we are here and it's the 1st of June? I know I can't be the only person kind of wigging out like this. This year is kind of flying by a little bit. It's already June. That's quick as hell. 2022 is doing the dash. Tia Williams says, though I sent you a little light DM, you should check it out. Good vibes only. Where'd you send that? Did you send it to IG? Colin said, feeling good. Hope you enjoyed the holiday weekend. I did. Chastity said, nah, that messed me up this morning. It ain't just you. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's June 1st. It is fast. It's this year is quickly going past us. Somebody said, damn, we got to start. We damn near got to start Christmas shopping. I mean, it's almost the 4th of July. My birthday almost here. My birthday in August. Hey, man, I don't feel like it's time. It's like my daughter is about to go into her senior year of high school. It's like everything is going rather quickly. And if 2020 went by like molasses type slow, then 2022 is moving at an all-time high. I'm just like, damn, it's good. IG, okay, I will check it today. I'll check it today. Tia, if you want, send me another one today so it'll be at the top of, messages, so I don't have to like go search. Latoya, what it do? We just up in here, you know what I'm saying? We vibing this. I was just telling everybody how ridiculous it is that it's already June 1st. This year is going by super duper fast. And we need to figure it out. We need to slow this. I don't want somebody to slow it down. It's like, maybe I need to start being more, being more in tune, productive. Oh, you said you sent it about 30 minutes ago. Okay, I'll check it for sure. I got you. But it is the 1st of the month, like Bones, Thugs, and Harmony say. You know what I'm saying? It's the 1st of the month. I am. We'll get some personal stuff out the way. I am ready to get in shape for real. Like I don't know what it is about this year, But I'm just like, enough. Enough with the I've gained some weight stuff. And it's a little bit messed up too because I, have gained some of the weight because of medication. Like I was told when I started taking medication, like, hey, it's gonna put a couple on you, but we need you to take it. So, and actually that's been over the last I've been on medication for a year now. Technically a year now. Since last June. So I'm already dealing with that. But it ain't no excuses in this thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta so now I'm finally to the point where I'm just like A2B moving said you are in the shape of the 2 liter bottle. Colin O says, get back to your boxing training though. Yeah, I actually already talked to my trainer over there. We're gonna get it together. But yeah, I'm just at the point where I'm just like, something gotta happen because like don't know like literally none of the clothes fit. So it's just like, okay, though, you gotta make a decision. Cause I have a ton of fly clothes that are like down a size or two. Eva says it's hard to lose weight the older you get. When I was in my 20s, I could drop weight quick. Yeah. Nicole and Ava says it's okay, though it happens. I'm ready to restart my weight loss journey too. I mean, we might as well start today, guys. It's the first and it's the middle of the week. I believe the middle of the week is the best to start. Because when you think about it, if you do it the typical, the end of the week, a lot of times people will tend, well, at least me, I can't talk about other people. A lot of people will tend to eat bad on the weekend because like, oh, well, I did good Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Let me just smash out. You know what I'm saying? And I'll get back to it Monday. And I do believe that there's some time for some, some cheat meals here and there. But I just would rather have it be one day instead of 2 days in a row. You know what I'm saying? So if I start on a Wednesday, I'm gonna weigh myself today. I'm gonna see where I'm at. I don't even want to see that number. The scale been lying. Kids with Shy says I started mine. I'm down 42 pounds since March 1st. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I need to. That's what I need. I mean, I did start a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I did start working out a little bit. Like I like in the month of May, I probably got about 10 to 12 workouts in total over, you know what I mean? And I did start eating somewhat right. Um, Onika said, that sounds legit. The weekend and waiting for Monday sets you up for failure. I think me at least. Okay. Eva says, I'm going to be 40 in August and I'm working harder than ever to get in shape. I just want to get to the point where I miss working out. I'm not at that point. Okay, we're going to shut down the Instagram. If you guys are over here, 6 or 7 of us in there, please come over to either YouTube or to Facebook. It don't matter. Just come over to either one and we'll see you over there. Okay? Peace. Okay, it's just us up in here. It's the humble 45 of us up in here. You heard? Tree said my trainer told me a cheat meal, not a cheat day. I've been doing cheat weeks. Ever since last Thursday, I acted like I didn't care about what was going on the whole month. You know what I mean? Like I gotta listen. So this is. Let me just show you what's really going on. This is empty, and it was just over here. It's just empty. This was the type of weekend it was. Don't know why. Don't know why. Okay. Here we go. Had to put somebody in timeout. Hold on 1 second. Oh, there we go. Sorry, guys. I had to put somebody in timeout. See what happens? We just up here just trying to just have the wrong energy. Okay, 79B says, I believe it really helps to have great people in your corner. Thanks to my wife's motivation from March till now, I'm down 71. Damn, March to April, April to May, May to June, 3 months? Y'all are killing it. Yes, I'm getting back with my trainer. It's the only way. It's the only way. We're definitely getting it back together. Okay, so just T22, I said I'm restarting today and drinking my protein shake right now. There we go. Yeah, I'm officially back on it today. Hey, we got 50 people up in here. Smash that like button. Do that for your boy. It'll mean a lot for me for the algorithm. You heard? So yeah, I think it does help to have great people in your corner, but I think that you gotta find some way to do it, even if it's just you by yourself. Mega Lockdown says, been struggling too. Work from home has some for sure drawbacks. Yeah, I think working from home, just kind of having a sedentary lifestyle for the most part, it's not great for me. And I just, really how I just knock it down is just, all right, cool. Let's just one day at a time. But it's about time for me. Nicole and Ava said, my doctor telling me I'm pre-diabetic really scared me. I started making small changes and feel better. I'm 38. It's hard not falling into the same old patterns. Yes, and food is just so comforting. Food just makes you feel good. Like, this comes from somebody who had the weight loss surgery. I had the gastric sleeve back in 2015. And what I've learned about that is, those old habits, they don't go anywhere necessarily. Like for the beginning part of it, like, what's still to this day, I can't eat the way that I used to totally. But your stomach does grow back to some form of fashion and you can start eating. Like I can eat a ton of junk food now, like seriously. So, you know what I mean? And then if you're not like up and moving around, like you can find that weight real quick. So today, it's the first, and that's another reason why too. Like I think a lot of times, like while I'll like put my weight loss journey online, just because it like helps keep me accountable. Motherfuckers in the comments will keep your ass available. So yeah, today's the day. What type of goals are you guys doing to get to your, what type of plan do you guys have to get to your weight loss goals? Double T says we have been taught to eat for everything, right? Celebrate anything in life, death, happy, sad. It's a hard habit to break. Facts. We eat, it's you eat when somebody is born. You eat when somebody dies. You eat on their birthday. You eat for graduations. You eat for special occasions. It's just big amounts of food. Even Still Dream says walking is the best and it's free. I have lost more weight walking than doing anything. It's good for your legs. I mean, it's good for everything, but it just like strengthens you, in a different way. You know what I mean? So yeah, so shout out to walking. You need to lose a lot of weight walking. Walking fast. Like I walk, you know what I'm saying, somewhat of an up tempo. You can even mix in walking up a hill. Walking will get you there. Drinking water will get you there. You know what I'm saying? Black people show love with food. That's how we were taught. That's a fact. There's a lot of reasons why look at Memorial Day. Motherfuckers barbecuing. Okay, Judge T said I had the sleeve in August and only lost 70 pounds from it. I feel like I'm gaining now because I have been slacking. Wow, since August? Well, how much were you when you started, Judge T? Water is life. You got it in August? That's about 3 months. This is what I will say about anybody who gets the sleeve. Be careful with drinking. Oh, be careful with drinking. They tried to tell me that when I first got it, I did not want to listen because niggas are hard headed. I was just like, man, it's whatever, man. I do whatever I want to do. And I think I slick had a small problem with alcohol before the surgery, but after, oh no. that transfer of addiction is real. So whatever addiction that you have for food will absolutely go to alcohol, and it can be very dangerous. So just be, be careful with that. Mr. Heavy 205 said, when we were kids, we were told to eat your whole dinner, even if you were full, because the kids in Africa wish they had it. Now we overeat. I actually say that on stage. It's hilarious. Yeah, they know our parents normalized overeating for us. Why couldn't we just have been done when we're done? Onika said, my neighbors had a 2-day cookout for Memorial Day weekend. Love that for them. Yo, we ate a bunch of food too. I ate a bunch of ribs, macaroni, baked beans. Okay, Just T says, I was 324, got down to 250. 200 was my original goal. Well, you just got 50 to go, and you're only 3 months in. And you're 70 down. I think you're doing very, very well. Sometimes your body will slow down a little bit because it thinks you're losing weight too fast. But 70 pounds in 3 months. Oh, wait, you said since August. That's not 3 months. That's 3 months from now. That's about 9 months, is it? Let me think. September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, and May to June. So it's 10 months. That's still good, though. That's 7 pounds a month. All right, everybody say goodbye to A2B moving. He's got to be banned. He's got to be blocked. I guess that timeout wasn't working. So I had to block you there, player. All right, so let's get into this docket. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, kicked his ass out. All right. So first thing we're gonna talk about is Monique versus DL Hughley. Hold on 1 second.
For comedy high.
All right, so first things first with this, yes, the Mike Doe wave is RIP. It's out of there, man. No more microwave for me. The wild thing is that you don't realize how much you need. You don't realize how much you need a microwave until your microwave inadvertently goes out on you. Didn't know that my microwave was so necessary. You can't make popcorn. You can't just heat something up real quick. You can't make these dumplings that my daughter likes. It's a lot of stuff that you can't make. So I need that back. Herman Benson said, when is the Justice League coming back? I'm not for sure. I'm gonna have to talk to CT, see what he wants to do. Yeah. We're both really busy these days, so we'll see. But shout out to CT. Also, Rough Dog says, RIP to Doughboy's microwave. That microwave had 2 Purple Hearts. That motherfucker had a Hemi in it. It was a great microwave. I went through a couple of really good seasons in my life with that with that microwave. So shout out to my microwave. Okay, so let's start the show. Sorry, we're about 30 minutes of the show. We ain't talked about none of this on this document. Not a ton of stuff in the document, on the docket, just because it's kind of a light news day. Matter of fact, let me check one other thing. Let me see one other thing. One moment. Okay. All right, so let's just go over what we got. All right, so first order of business on the docket is there seems to be some beef between two pretty well-known comedians, between D.L. Hughley and between Monique. Now, both of these comedians are literally and figuratively comedic royalty. They were both. Steve Harvey was on the Kings of Comedy, and Monique was on the Queens of Comedy. So these are, they both had sitcoms. They've both been in movies. Monique has an Oscar. Steve Harvey has books. They're both very, very rich, wealthy, and they're all of the things that you would, like to see about a comedian. They're both very, very successful. But they both are kind of on each other's bad side because of some shit that happened. So shout out to Comedy Hype. They put together a pretty informative article to kind of bring us up to news, bring us up to speed about what's going on. So, your boy Doughboy got you. Hold on 1 second. All right, so share the screen. Boom. Okay, you ready? All right, here we go.
From a contract dispute. According to Monique, she signed a contract that said she was supposed to headline the comedy show. However, when she got there, the promoters decided that Hughley was going to headline the show, despite what the contract stated. As soon as Monique took to the stage at the Fox Theater, she decided to tell fans exactly what was on her mind. In her rant, Monique said that Hughley threatened to not perform on the show if Monique was the headliner. As of right now, there is no footage of Hughley's performance after Monique took the stage.
Contract said that a bitch is the headline. Monique is to be the last person on the goddamn stage. I'm 30 plus years in this business, and I don't open for no goddamn body.
But it didn't take long for conversation to start online. Hughley took to Instagram and said, "All you have to do is check the order of names on the ticket stub from last night, and you'll see who's confused. Against my better judgment over the objections of my team and 4 other occasions where I said no, I decided to take a chance and work with Monique. Oprah was the problem. Tyler Perry was the problem. Charlamagne was the problem. Steve Harvey was the problem. Lee Daniels was the problem. Netflix was the problem. Now it's my turn. At some point, it can't be everyone else. It's you. Lesson learned. I didn't have anything personal against Monique. People paid a lot of money to laugh, not to hear about your contract. Apparently, the role you played in Precious turned out to be an autobiography. I wonder who's next." Signed, Daryl Lynn Hughley. In addition to this, Hughley also posted a picture of the flyer and asked, "Answer me this. When have you ever seen the headliner at the bottom and mentioned last?" In response, Monique took to her own social media and said, "The fact that you point the people to the ticket stubs for the order of the names versus to your contract implies that you don't have a contract that shows you are the headliner, like I do. Either show your contract or be quiet. Stop messing with people who have never messed with you and who once considered you a comrade in comedy. But I thank you, DL, because you're the reason why I fight for my people like I do. Anytime you open for the Kings of Comedy, and I was the headliner for the Queens of Comedy, and you think you should close the show over me is a prime example of the bias that Black women have to deal with in this business. I won't even discuss awards. It seems like the issue over who headlines a comedy show can be a sensitive topic for comedians as time, money, and ego all are involved. If you remember just a couple months ago, Godfrey called out T.I. for not adhering to comedy.
Okay, I think we got the gist of it. Okay, so that's Oh, I did keep saying Steve Harvey. Why did I keep saying Steve Harvey? It's morning. D.L. Hughley. It's top of the morning. Shit. Why did I keep saying Steve Harvey? D.L. Hughley. My bad. D.L. Hughley. D.L. Hughley. It's top of the morning, guys. It's the morning cup of dough morning show. All right. It's Comedy Hype. Has comedy hype become the source of comedy news? I mean, they're called comedy hype. Shit. All right, so let's talk about this. So D.L. Hughley, and I really in my mind thought it was Steve Harvey. Let you know what type of morning it is. All right, so D.L. Hughley and Monique. Okay, lot to unpack here. Now, first off, there is a lot of ego, and I don't want. There's a lot of ego that comes into being anything that is great. I think that all great athletes have some level of ego. I think all entertainers, just because I think it's kind of like what you need to kind of like tell you, you know, who you are and what you are to kind of propel you into greatness. What up, Jay Morris? So that's one thing. So I think a healthy amount of ego is just a part of what performers come with. Now with Monique, I feel like it's a head crack because I think two things can be true here. I think that, you know, she can be treated unjustly in this industry, and I feel like there's different ways that she can address it when she is treated like that. You know what I mean? This isn't the first time that Monique has voiced her opinion on things. Now, mind you, who am I? I don't have any skin in the game to tell this woman who is far more successful than me about, you know, what I should, you know, about what she should do. Obviously, she's done way more right to have such a storied career. So it almost comes off like, who am I to even say anything? But in looking at it from an outsider's perspective, from the outside in, and so just seeing her flip out over it and say, hey, you know, and then get to showing a contract and then kind of, she even said some more. They kind of put the light version up. She was just like, I feel sorry for the nigga's wife. Like, she was saying some pretty mean things. That's the part like that I think people need to understand is that, you know, sometimes we get to saying stuff we can't take back. So, you know, I don't feel like that was necessarily the right way to do it. And I just look at it like, yo, I look at it in a different way. I look at it like, as long as the money don't change, you know what I'm saying? Then what is the big deal? And just on a performer's state of mind, if you really feel like that, like, yo, I'm this, I'm that, like I shouldn't be opening for nobody, then you know, as performers, you can put some heat on the person coming after you. And what I mean by put some heat on them is that sometimes you can't follow a person. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like that was the way. So yeah, so I do feel like she could have handled it differently. At the same time, I do feel like she has been blackballed to some instance in this game because some of the people that she said were blackballing her ended up coming out and apologizing. Lee Daniels came out after 50 Cent kind of was calling everybody on it. Lee Daniels kind of came out and was like, you know, he was apologizing, like, you know what I'm saying, like, hey, I'm sorry, da 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 da. He didn't go into, you know, into detail about what he was apologizing for, but the fact that you're apologizing makes us think that something was wrong at some point, and it was on your half. So I do understand what it can feel like to feel blackballed in an industry. Like I've never felt it to the extent of a Monique, but I know what it feels like to just feel like, damn, this isn't cool. Like I'm having opportunities taken away from me by people. Like, you know what I mean? So I do know what that feels like. I just don't like the look of it all, you know, for all just, you know, just because it's like we be trying to be the culture, and I feel like we're so hard for Black people in entertainment anyway. So then when you see two Black people kind of going at each other, it's just like, damn. All right, hold on one second. Mr. Heavy 205 says, to be honest, if I'm just now getting my stages back movie show, I don't care where you place me. I would just kill it and let them see who the headliner should be. You know what? I didn't think of it like that. That's a great take. 79B says the problem is she always wants to make the business public. This is true. Day Day said, morning dope boy and donation. What up? You know, and she is just now getting a look back. Like Monique wasn't back like that. And the best thing would have been, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta let the work talk. Because she was making a big stink. You know, she went up against Netflix because Amy Schumer got more money than her. And one thing is, it's like this: you can't tell a company what they will and won't pay you. If they felt like that, I don't care if they thought Shucky Ducky Quack Quack was worth more money than you. If that's what they wanted to do, then that's what they wanted to do. You can't be mad and go out on this. So yeah, I do think going out and making things public aren't cool. And you're right, like Monique just did start to get back in the fire of things, so maybe this is not what you want to do. That's a great take. Kimbrey says, I think she never gets the respect she deserves, so she lashes out. She has a freaking Oscar. I get that, but I don't think lashing out is going to get her the respect that she wants. All right, let me see. Crazy Bearded Foodie says she should have just left it to the contract. She went wrong and she made things personal. Why you bringing this family into it? Yeah, I didn't like that. Chase Depp said, man, I want Monique to drop a fire special before any more rants or call outs. She's a great comedian. It's time to show. Sue behind the scenes. Great take, Chase Depp. Eric Doug says, I'm sorry, Precious was a horrible movie. They threw every stereotype they could think of into that movie. Let's have that conversation really briefly. Why do we think that Precious was just some great film? What about it was great? I mean, I get it. There's some villainous acting in it, but the subject matter was really heavy. The ending was just like, okay. It was a really, really dark movie, and I'm not saying dark movies can't be good, but is that really like a high rewatchable movie? Tia Williams says, who is funnier, Monique or DL? Oh, that's a good one because they are both funny. Mr. Heavy 205 side note, I've never seen Precious. Solo Bobby says, it seems like this is her lane. Without the drama, she is not trending. Wow. Double T says, rollers and bonnets in public shows no decorum or respect for yourself per Monique. But going on stage and acting like a pure ratchet Baltimore chick can't be a higher standard. I'm from Baltimore too. Jay Moore says she looks like the angry black woman. Rough Dog 21 says, just because we black, that doesn't mean you can treat me any type of way. Business is still business. I get that, but I don't think that you got to go public with all your business. I'm not saying she should take disrespect business-wise. I'm just saying that if the disrespect does come, you don't have to air it out publicly. Be grateful for what you got. That's absolutely a fact. Flannel Jenkins in the building says, I feel like comedians, people who are actually funny, have the most range acting-wise. I loved her in Precious. I would really like to see her do more. She's legitimately hilarious. Okay. 79B said, did you see that DL said the contract she showed was from her own company and not the real contracting company? Oh, God. Oh, I didn't see that. Kimbrey says, I don't agree with the lashing out, but I'm just saying I see her point of view. I never saw Precious, by the way. It looked too traumatic. Oh, you weren't seeing anything in the, you weren't seeing nothing in the previews. It got much darker. Hollywood is all about relationships and perception. It is. It's weak like that sometimes too. Monique is funny, but she's getting in her own way, and I think she needs to fire her husband as her manager. Is she still doing that? Franco Miles said, I'm tired of everyone going public with private ish. Yeah. Lita Wood says, good morning, Dope Boy. Morning, Dope Nation. What up, Lita? Mr. Heavy 205 said, this makes a statement she's hard to work with seem very true. I just feel like DL made a solid point. He named all the people that she's kind of falling out with, and was like, it can't be everybody else. Sometimes it's you, and sometimes it can just be you. And that's the thing. It's not always necessarily a negative thing to look at. Like, okay, what is it about me that is rubbing people the wrong way? I went through a point in my life. This is just clarity time, right? Wasn't too long ago either, and I was angry and I was upset because I felt people did me wrong, right? And that can only go so far with you in your life when you're just like this person and this person. Oh. So I kind of made a change. I want to say it was maybe 3 or 4 months where I just was like, I'm no longer going to even speak about the people I feel have wronged me. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm not even going to, even if I'm by myself, I won't say anything. If nothing else, I'm going to look in every relationship I've ever had and look for things that I could do better. And if there's a way that I can apologize or say something to the people that I felt like I did wrong, then I'm going to do it. Because I feel like that is such more of an easier thing to fix than for you to think you're going to say or do something to somebody to make them right it with you. You see what I'm saying? Like, you'll drive yourself crazy doing that. So then it just becomes, all right, well, I know I wasn't perfect in every relationship I had. Let me try to go back, and in every relationship I had, if there's things that I could have figured and done wrong, let me just own my shit, because I can't make other people own theirs. And there is something about that just makes you feel better, because it's just like, all right, well, I did everything that I could. And you know what I mean? Then it just makes you just feel like, all right, cool. I can move forward knowing that I've done everything that I can, you know, and I'm not walking out here like, apologize to me, make this right. So there's something about that that I think will help you, you know what I mean? Somebody said, would Monique do good on Wildin' Out? I don't know. I don't know what her roasting and her rapping is like. I'm not for sure. I can say that, you know. But you know, she's a comedian, so she does have that working for her. She's funny. You got to be funny to be on Wildin' Out. Rough Dog 21 said, I used to be against Monique, but I'm starting to think she's right. When a bunch of corny dudes get together and think they control the movement, it's a problem. It could be. It absolutely could be. Jay Morris said, self-reflection is the key to success, and stop counting everybody else's pockets. This is a fact. All right, let me see. Okay, Eva said, true, Rough Dog, but she's playing it the wrong way. She's playing checkers and they playing chess. True. Flannel Jenkins says, though, as a member of the industry in question, do you think she could potentially be a whistleblower over real covert issues plaguing the industry? Moreover, could her perceived difficult nature be employed to blackball her for said whistleblowing? Absolutely. Like, people, you got to also understand, like, something went wrong with however Monique was handled. That's something that I think that we can all say. There's no way you come off of touring nationally, sitcoms, Oscars, and then all of a sudden you don't work. In Hollywood, there's a million people that are difficult to work with. They work all the time. So you can't tell me that unless you just out here doing egregious criminal acts, which we have seen some of these people do. You can work. You see what I'm saying? So there is something there. So, and as far as being a whistleblower, like, sometimes that is tough too, because then the people that you're blowing the whistle on, I'll never forget. I'll never forget. This happened at a place I worked with, that I worked at that shall remain nameless. I worked at a place, and there was this person there that was making my life a living hell. They had a personal vendetta against me, and they were making my life a living hell. They had more rank than me, right? And I'll never forget, I went to HR to talk about the person. And I said, look, man, this person is doing this. This person is doing that. Right? I'll never forget. So the HR lady comes back. She's like, yeah, I just want to let you know, I did go ahead and put together a complaint. And as I was doing that, they let me go. So the person that I was telling on had so much power, they got the person I told fired. And then I'll never forget coming out that office and then looking at that person and they just giving me this look like, I know what you did, nigga. It's still up. So, you know what I mean? So sometimes doing the right thing and trying to be right ain't gonna help. Let me see. Lita says, I listened to D.L. Hughley's podcast and he brought up a very good point. Why did Monique bring D.L.'s dog into the picture? Why she make it personal like that? I don't know. It did seem a little personal. Not gonna hold you. But this is my part. Like, I just don't understand why that needed to be a whole thing. Like, like why not just do your show, get your money, and go home? I mean, I think like pride and ego are just, they don't bode well. I think that your ego you may need to use it to get to the level that you want to get to, but you don't need it to stay there. So, yeah, her, as far as her speaking about that man's family and saying she feels sorry for his wife, and then she did that little run thing. It was a ridiculous run. Yeah, I think all things considered, I think this may hurt Monique a little bit more than it does DL because Monique has been in the mix like this. This is not the first time we've seen her kind of going back and forth with individuals about things. So I don't know if this helps her cause. I have some questions on here before we get out of here about this. So knowing all the situations, so knowing how it went, knowing that Monique went out to perform. Okay, somebody said, Doe, as a professional, how would I have handled it? Listen, as long as my money didn't change, I'm going out there and performing. I'm not bringing it up. It's not personal to the headliner. I definitely don't have an issue with them. I don't have a problem with them if they say, hey, I'm not performing. This is what my thing says. I don't care. Just because the comedy show is going to be 2 hours anyway. It doesn't matter. I don't really have a ton of fear following people or going in front of people. And it's like I said, as long as the money ain't no different. The very last thing I'm doing is going out there and calling out the headliner. Because now, once again, and this is the unfair thing about things sometimes, that there is no reality. It's only perception. Now you look, again, like you're the problem. So even if she's not the problem, you look like it optically. You know what I'm saying? Flano Jenkins says, I feel like at this point she just have a YouTube or something personally funded. I don't know if she does or doesn't, but maybe that'd help her. That's what you gotta understand. These individuals with names like her, somebody like Monique that is a legend in this game, she could easily do so much of this by herself. She doesn't need the machine. She could easily have her own YouTube, easily have her own Facebook, who's dying for content. She has enough money and resource to shoot her own special and put it out wherever she wants. So I don't see it. But at the same time, I understand that, when you're an OG like she is, been around for, 30, like she said, 30 years in the game, the game is being one way. So she might not know the digital space like that. She may only know TV and touring, and there's nothing wrong with that. But so, yeah, I do feel like she could definitely, I feel like any entertainer at this point, especially with that type of, skin in the game, that's been in the game for this long, you could do your own shit. You don't really need nobody. You shouldn't be mad at a Netflix. You shouldn't be mad at a Hulu. You shouldn't be mad at none of that. Lamar Blazin says she played the mama in Precious and got stuck in that role. You know, a lot of people say that people do play roles and get stuck in them. A lot of people say that Tupac got stuck in Bishop, and he wasn't the same. They say that Heath Ledger got stuck in Joker. So, you know. Renika says, yeah, because a lot of us don't know behind the scenes of the entertainment business. I mean, I can tell you what I do know, and I can tell you that a lot of whole shit does go on. But at the same time, you know, in everything that happens, you don't get to choose what people do, but you do get to choose your reaction. I'm not going to agree with that reaction. Trust me, I've had some lame shit done to me. I don't react like that. You know what I'm saying? I've seen some shit, and I've seen people act a certain way. I'd be like, wow, that's what we're doing. But it don't behoove me to say nothing about it. For what? You know what I'm saying? Then you just involve people that probably had no idea it was an issue into an issue. So I think the best way to do it is just silencio. Like, you know what I'm saying? Flannel Jenkins says the content world is evolving. I don't even use social media. At the point when I need another avenue, I'm fully aware that I need to grow my social media presence. Yes, this is a good topic. I appreciate you, Flannel. Let me ask you guys this. Is it harder for women in all industries? Like, do you guys feel like this is a woman thing? Do you feel like, because, you know, I was on Roast this yesterday with All Def. Shout out to All Def. And I believe Ronnie said this. He said that if she was a man and had all these accolades, this wouldn't even be a topic. You know what I'm saying? So if this was a man who, I mean, the only other man that you can kind of really put in that conversation is having all the things that she has is Jamie Foxx. As far as having an Oscar, a sitcom, movies, tours, she's done it all. So when you think about it, it is not like she should be opening for it. She's right. I feel like if you put 30, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if you put in that amount of work, you know what I'm saying? Lita said Monique is looking like she's hard to work with. But see, I think that they say that because it's real easy to say. Wayne says Dame Dash. See, people don't understand about all the good stuff that Dame Dash did. People don't understand that when Dame Dash came in the game, he was fighting for artists. He was fighting for Jay-Z. I mean, it's the same thing. It's real easy to look at all the negative things you do. People look at all the negative that Suge Knight did. They don't understand that when he came in the game, he was fighting for artists. You're right. Power does corrupt some men, and I think later some of that power went to Suge's head, possibly. I don't know the man, but you know. But I do remember when he came in, he was, you know, when he was coming and shaking down Eazy-E, that was because Eazy-E had Dre in a terrible contract. So one way to look at it is be like, yo, he's shaking a nigga down in the office. Another way is like that nigga got Dre out of his contract. Yeah, I don't fully believe in the way that Monique is being treated. I don't think that is fair. You know, I don't know what happened behind closed doors that have all these people because, you know, she was basically saying she was, you know, it was a whole thing. It was Tyler Perry. It was Monique. It was all these people just stopped working with her. It's just like, well, why? What did she do? Mr. Heavy 205 said, as a man, I would have did my business. Afterwards, if I didn't like the transaction, I just wouldn't do business again. Simple. That's what people got to understand. Like, I get it. I get everybody, you know, involved, but as a comedian that would like to say that I'm not working on the level of them, but at the end of the day, you get to come to a place of you know, you kind of get to live a really cool life, and then you get to walk on a stage and you get to talk for 30, 45 minutes and get thousands, sometimes hundreds and thousands of dollars. Like, come on. Get over it. Get up there, tell your jokes, please. Like, come on, man. At the end of the day, when you break it all down, like, I get it. There's levels to it. There's money. There's this, there's that. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I get it. But at the end of the day, when you get down to the weeds of it, you are walking on a stage and talking for 30 to 45 minutes, hour max, and you're getting paid thousands to hundreds and thousands of dollars. Chill. Chill on the order you're going on. Chill on the legacy part of it. Like, it's like we're arguing that there's 6 in one hand and half a dozen in the other. What are we doing? All right, so Black Hero Music said, why are y'all saying opener? No matter what order they went in, DL or Monique wasn't opening. There was 2 other people. That's a fact. Neither one of them are opening. She kind of made it an opening thing, like, and she kind of took a jab, like, nigga, you were the opener for Kings of Comedy. I was the headliner. So, like, in the comedy world, that was like taking a shot. Because the opener, you know what I mean, is like, I don't want to say like the weakest person, but it's just like, it's a buildup, obviously. You know, you got to be really strong to host. So he wasn't a host. So just saying that you're going up first is saying that out of the 3 comedians that you're going up, you know, you were the best. They saved the best for last. And she's like, I was the last on my tour. You were in the front. How are you at the end if me and you on the same show? So I get it. Somebody said Ada Rodriguez performed as well. She just had an HBO special. Shout out to Ada Rodriguez. And the last question is, should things like this be handled offline? Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no reason why we should know anything about that. Much like Will and Jada's sex life or lack thereof, certain things we don't need to know. We just don't need to know it. Opener means, okay, this is Eva. Eva Still Dream says, opener to me means like rookie, not season, like the headliner. I may be wrong. See, no, like at a comedy club, yes, but like if it's like a big show, like at probably like at a theater or something like this was, even your opener is going to be really, really good. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like even your opener is going to be a big name. Whereas if you go to a comedy club, you may have never heard of the opener. You might be like, who's this person? That's a lot of times like you'll see a new person and be like, who's this person? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't think that this needs to be handled online. Unless they have some issues, I don't know why this got handled the way it did online. I don't know why she was calling a nigga out of his name. I don't know why she was talking about his family. Because even in his response, he didn't do that. So I don't know if there was more going on, if there's more to the story. I don't know. So we shall see. All right, this next thing I definitely want to get you guys' opinion on because, whoo, this is, all right. Now, hold on one second. Okay, Rough Dog said, we don't know if Monique reached out to DL before saying this before going on stage. True. But even if she did, she still shouldn't have handled this that way. All right, moving right along. Y'all know how I be with the relationship shit, right? Now, this next video I'm about to show you is a guy proposing to a girl. So, matter of fact, I'm not going to even say nothing about it. I'm going to just let you guys watch it, and then we shall talk about it together. All right, here we go. All right, here we go.
Did you know over 60,000 homeless people live on our streets? And more than 15% of them have a pet. I'm Bob Hertzberg. And when I found out homeless shelters were rejecting people with pets, I just couldn't believe it. So I wrote the law to fund shelters for homeless people and their pets because it's humane and just common sense. Save tax dollars and get people off the streets. As supervisor, I'll take responsibility to get the job done because there shouldn't be a single homeless shelter that doesn't accept pets.
Hold on. Let's talk about that real quick. We ain't just gonna scooch past that. They said that we're gonna force these shelters to take pets too. Listen, I'm gonna just say this. This has nothing to do with homeless people. It's not a dig at homeless people. All I'm saying is, if the number one thing is housing, and you trying to get that, maybe the pet shouldn't be the number one priority. I'm just saying. I'm not saying anything negative about homeless people at all. I'm just, hey, I get it. We all one paycheck away from being homeless. But this nigga is going against the homeless shelters. Like, hey, not only do you need to let people in here who have no place to live, but if they got puppies, you need to let them in too. I think that's a big ass. That felt like a big ass. What is you doing, nigga? This, and you trying to get in the office, and this the shit you want us to vote on, nigga? Nah, fam. This nigga was dead ass serious about that shit. Okay. All right, here we go. So look at this.
Oh, Lord. This is going to be all our family. Relax. This is going to be all our family. All right, next week. Yes. Oh, my God. Yeah!
How sweet. She's shaking y'all.
See them with the.
But I like it, baby. Churches. What did I say?
Hit him with the get up.
But I like you, baby.
Okay. Oh, man. Okay. That's a lot to unpack. Okay. First of all, I want to ask the ladies first. Okay. I want to talk to the ladies first. Ladies, in the event that a man gets on his, first of all, we're in 2022. Is the getting on the knee thing still just, we still gonna just keep doing it? When you think about that, and I'm not saying I'm against it if I ever get married again. I'm just saying the only other time anyone gets on their knee, well, only the other time when people get on their knee for real is to pray. It's to pray to God. We don't get on our knee for another human being. You know what I mean? So that's like a really big thing to say. I'm going to get on my knee to ask you a question. So that just within itself takes a ton of something. You don't know what she's going to say. Okay? So whether you do it where it's just you and her or you do it in front of a basketball game, I never really understood the getting like people's family involved because it's a 50-50 chance of what's going to happen. Okay. So that's just that. So number one, it's already a lot just to get down on your knee. If you're a man of girth like myself, if you're a big nigga, it's a lot to get your ass down and then to get up. And then you're not even getting what you got on your knee for, so now you just getting up. Okay, so Renika says something that I want to ask the rest of the ladies. She says, if a man proposes to me in that setting, I'm probably going to say yes no matter what. And then if I don't want it, I'll say it privately. So let me ask women that. Women, if a man asks you, if he gets down on his damn knee, he gets your family there, his family there, says some corny shit like, I got my family and I got your family. This finna be our family. The nigga seemed suspect from the jump that he didn't really believe in it. He sounded like he had like a little pity pat in his chest. Crazy Bearded Foodie said, why are you not having conversations about it before you do it? It should not be a surprise, in my opinion. You do a private proposal before you do a public one. So, ladies, what are you saying? If a dude proposes and you don't really know, are you saying yeah, just to kind of save his ego? Because he stayed down there for a minute and she had to tell the nigga to get up. Like, everybody got their phone out. I would just burst into flames. I couldn't deal with that. That level of rejection, everybody's phone's out. You see the thing that says she said no. Rough Dog 21 said, that's a lot of pressure on women. A lot of pressure on women. Nigga, okay, we not going to do that. You know how much pressure it takes on the man? He got to find the ring. Come up with the bread for the ring. Make all them phone calls for all them people. Get them all there at the same time. You would think if he talked to all these people, maybe if he was unbeknownst to this shit, at least she would have a close enough relationship with some of these people to be like, that maybe one of the people would have been like, nigga, you sure she wants to marry you? Flannel Jenkins says, how did I propose on my 84-day joint? Okay. Take it back to 2015. A lot was going on. I was 6 months into my weight loss surgery. The weight was starting to come off quick. I was already probably down like 80 or 90. It was flying off of me. What had ended up happening was, I remember I was just talking to too many girls, just kind of moving all over the place. And me and my ex, well, the girl that I ended up apologizing to, we were together at like the end of 2014. And then we broke up at the top of the year. And so then we ended up getting back together like around like June-ish. And so then me being such a fuck, because me and her had been dating off and on for like a couple of years. Me being such an extreme person, and now that I can look back at it, probably understand there was probably a manic episode. I was like, we had got back together, and I was like, well, I ain't coming back as a boyfriend. I'll come back as a husband. Because that's really all I really be wanting to just come back. Like, I really, in my heart of hearts, believe I want to be a husband, right? And so she was like, what, are you for real? So then it like just became this whole thing. And then it was just the most ridiculous thing. And I'll take 100% blame. I don't want to say blame for it, but we rushed it. We did it so quickly. We got married in July. It was just such a rushed thing. I got married at a park with a mobile priest. Teddy was my best man. He was acting like he didn't want to give me the ring. It was just, I wrapped my vows. I had on cargo shorts and Team Jordans. Should have known the marriage wasn't going to work because I had Team Jordans on. Yeah. It was a lot, guys. It was a lot. So yeah. So I didn't have the best proposal nor wedding. I mean marriage. I was married for 84 days. But it wasn't really a proposal. It wasn't really, now that I think about it, it really wasn't a proposal. I think it was more of a conversation. I was like, yeah, I'll come back as a husband. But it wasn't like, I didn't do like some grandiose gesture. Yeah. I'm not. Somebody said, do I still hear from her? Nah. Nah. But could you imagine though? So this guy that we just watched a video on, this individual gathered multiple people. It was a lot of people there. All to watch him say all to watch him get denied. That's the ultimate Matumbo finger situation. I don't know. Rough Dog 21 says for 84 days, it sounds like y'all didn't file the paperwork. No, we filed the paperwork. We did. We had to go and get a whole divorce. It was just a whole thing. It was a whole thing. Tony's up in there. What up, Tony? Rough Dog says, after a rejection like that, her elephant access is permanently rejected. Also, it's Team CT all day. You understand me? Yeah. I had a couple of other ones. Lena West says, I like the idea. It's romantic. My nephew proposed to his girl on one knee and on the beach. However, in this girl's case, I would still say yes to save the dude. Monique said, there's pressure on both parties, which is why I don't understand how these awkward moments happen. How now everyone there is embarrassed. Look, how do you even go back to? Hold on, let me share this screen. I want to show y'all something that I don't think y'all saw. Hold on a second. Hold on. Look at this. Look at this door right here. The window right there. Somebody's gonna be looking through the screen. Look at dude. He looked nervous already. What did she think was gonna happen? He nervous. Look how he's looking around.
Oh, wow. I have to get your family here and get my family.
Look at all them phones out.
This is gonna be all our family.
He said, this is gonna be all our family.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah. See, she was supposed to jump up and down. No jumping. And now he's just down there. So he went down at 101. Okay, so he went down at 101. Let's see how many seconds he stays there. She like, no.
How sweet.
It's 110. He's been down there 10 seconds. He waiting for the yes.
She's shaking y'all.
Hit him with another no. He like, what? 20 seconds.
But I like it.
with another no. 30 seconds. She's like, no. Get up, nigga. 40 seconds. And look at the window to the left. They looking through the window like, damn. And then they close it. Ooh, woo. Ooh. Nigga was just down there. All those phones. And I think that we live in a world now where you can't just live that down. Oh no. You gotta eat that. You gotta eat that for a minute. 40 seconds on that knee. You know that knee was all your weight on that one knee. And he just like, I know she's joking. Creative Frequency said, yeah, they should have talked about marriage beforehand. I think that's the only way to avoid this if you want to do a public proposal. Renika says, I feel so bad for him. See, that's the thing, man. Like, could the communication had been any worse? I don't think that there is no way that two people should be on different pages for something so important. When you ask somebody to marry them, the answer should automatically be yes. What? How can it not? It has to be yes. Like before I even go buy the ring, I gotta know you're gonna say yes. If not, I'm just taking a ring back. Oh nah. Oh nah. That's just whew. And but see, some women say, oh, well, I would have said yes. Fellas, let me ask you this. Would you want her to say yes, even if you was going to find out later? I would want her to save me. Save me. Save my feelings. If you don't want to, say yes, put the ring on. We get back to the crib, be like, nigga, it's a no for me. I'd be like, oh, shit, cool. Because then I can tell everybody something later. I can be like, you can save face. You can come up with anything. Shit. But to do it there in front of everybody, in front of the cameras, stall me out, play girl. Stall me out. Just Humbling said now he can never go to another barbecue again. Nigga probably never gonna go to a barbecue. Fuck a family barbecue. He ain't gonna want to go to a barbecue again, period. Jay Moore said, facts. Make sure y'all ain't just on the same page, but even the same book. Colin said, hell yeah, she has to say yes. Don't have me looking crazy in these streets. Like, you know how stupid you make me look? That means that I ran a red light at the jewelry store and making all these phone calls to family and friends and to get down on my goofy ass knee. You owed me more than to let me sit there on my fucking knee asking you to marry me, knowing you didn't want to. Just lie for the cameras. Flannel Jenkins says, do you propose when you're sure or when you are hopeful? That's a great question. I think you only ask if you know for sure it's a yes. Because I think sometimes people try to propose as a deodorant for other problems in the relationship. Gorilla Nation TV said, so the relationship's over now. I think the relationship has to be over. I don't think you can go back to just dating. Because if you don't want to marry the nigga, it has to be a good reason for it. So I'm not going back to that. No. No way. You can't get me back in that room. You don't buy a ring for a hopeful. Nah. If I buy the ring and you tell me no, then you just told me no. I'm not going backwards. Well, I'm going to go back and just try to be your boyfriend? No. Absolutely not. We ain't doing that. You got to be 100% sure. 79B said, let me see what 79B said. 79B said, if we are not at the point where we are addressing each other and introducing each other as husband and wife, no way I can propose, right? Like you said, Renika says, like you said, all the preparation, effort, and money, I'm going to say yes. Why are we even together? I can't tell him no in front of his people. But then you're going to tell me no later. I don't know. There's some people who would rather just get it out the way. I'm going to say that's a hell of a stand to your knee. That's like, how did the rest of that barbecue go? Barbecue overs. If that's my house, barbecue over. Everybody get the fuck out. That bet not be my house. If that's my mama, your mama, get your old ass nana out of here. See, look at DeWitt 619 said that's his fault, but at the same time, I could have changed her. Like, just like somebody said, it's the man's fault. Women, y'all are impossible sometimes. Man, do all that shit to try to win you, and you just out here like, but nah, though. Monique says, I'll let you come up with a storyline on why I said no later on. Respect matters. I've never been told no. I did ask 2 women. I've asked a few women to marry me. They all said yes. But I, obviously I'm not married, so I don't know. Do y'all want to get married? It be seeming like a great thing to do until you really think about the work and the shit that you got to put into it, and it's just like. So, yeah. Where are we at? We're at 7:30. Tell you, man, these news days have been light. Renika says, I wouldn't mind getting married. I don't want a wedding. Lita says, yes, I want to get married. Who else wants to get married? Did I ask Regina Hall in her DMs? Hilarious. She never hit back. Who knows? Yo, go check out your Discord. I meant to tell the Discord yesterday what happened and why I didn't come to the show yesterday. I will be on the Discord today. Make sure you guys join the Discord. Eva said, yes, Regina, what happened? I slid in Regina Hall's DMs about 2 years ago when I met her on the set of Shaft. She never hollered back. Rev Dog 21 said, there's no the one. It's just the one I'm comfortable with right now. Flano said, yeah, though, you got to tap in with us. I got you, man. One day at a time. I see I changed the aesthetic because I didn't like how, just with the green screen. So I was like, this looks a little bit better. And I love that Ali Tyson. And I like how it's more like of a centrifugal view. Said you still mad about that proposal? Mr. Heavy 205 said, real question, is marriage the goal or for this generation? I don't know, man. The more I see people, I think it's for some people, it's not for, like, I feel like this world is all about what you want it to be. I feel like some people are good being vegans, some people aren't. Some people are good married, some people are better as hoes. I don't feel like everybody is the same way. And I think the fact that we try to make all of us the same way is where conflict arises. You know what I mean? Flannel Jenkins says, the bag is the goal for this generation. Yeah. I do want family, though. I ain't gonna lie. I do want a wife. I do. I don't really have a goal or admiration for the single life. For just smashing randoms and just, it gets old. It's like, what? How long are we gonna do this? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I've spent a lot of my life chasing women. I don't. No. Somebody said no shave November and June. What up, dog? I need to get a shave. I need to get my hair cut. I need to do a lot of things. We'll get it all together one of these days. They said, if marriage ain't the goal, I'll just have to be by myself. Yeah. You like the new background? Thank you. I'm trying to do some couple little new things. Renika says, it seems like life partners are more of a thing now, which I understand. I believe in the family unit. I mean, I'm just saying, I just see too many people get married, hop off into it, and then they don't seem happy. They said, I hate when people try to talk people into or out of marriage. I don't feel like that's something you should be talked into or out of at all. I feel like if it's for you, do it. If it's not, don't. I just don't want to be the lame. Like, I don't want to be the lame husband. I don't want to be the husband with a side chick. I don't want to be the husband that's out doing what I'm doing. If I'm going to be married, I want it to be like, nigga, I love my wife. Look at her. Look how dope she is. I don't want to. That's something serious. Like, you're taking an oath in front of God. Like, that's something I feel that is to be taken seriously. I don't think that people should just play with that. Michael Elliott Rice says, all good, bro. Just good to see you doing content again, man. You look and sound healthy. I'm trying, man. I'm going to get this haircut going on. Flato says, any other docket topics? Just asking, not trying to police the show, bro. No, but just show that that's how much great, what's the word? Chemistry we all have as a show. We made it a whole show with 2 topics. And I'm not doing that on some no preparation shit. It's just, I don't want to come on here. Like, there are some other things to talk about. Like, there was Michael Blackson. Apparently his girl likes watching him have sex with other girls. Like, I don't want this to turn into a, like, I don't, I'm not like a shade room. No shade to shade room. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not like, like, I don't really, I feel like we talked about Michael Blackson and his relationship. I don't want to just be like, oh, and now his girl like watching him. Like, it's, So there wasn't a ton of stuff that happened. And so I never want to be the type of morning show where I'm just like, well, let me force a topic down your throats. You know what I'm saying? Let me just, and in us watching that video about the proposal, it's like, oh, well, how do we feel about weddings, marriages? So then that's more of an organic conversation. You know what I mean? Gorilla Nation says marriage feels like BS these days. Yeah. Keek talks may take an hour. You know that. Okay, hold on 1 second. Rough Dog 21 said that's so corny. Her self-esteem is trash. Colin O says, woman, are y'all proposing? Fellas, how do you feel if a woman proposes to me? If a woman proposes to me, I'm gonna feel like I failed as a man. If she feel like she gotta get down on her knee, get me a ring, nah. Something has gone completely awry. Tia says, I like having a partner. I'm not caught up on the paperwork of marriage. I don't have or want kids of my own, though. I don't know how I feel about it in terms of family dynamics. Okay. That's the one thing I feel about. Like, you shouldn't have to pay no money to break up. Day Day says, I will never propose. Nope, not getting on my knee for that, Eva says. Gotta teach the 79B says, gotta go teach the young minds. Let me know if I miss anything. Hey, man, do your thing, 79. Colin O says, my ex proposed to me when I was 19. That's a big no for me. Ooh. Don't know if I respect the man I have to propose to, yeah? Gorilla Nation TV says, I've been proposed to because I wasn't ready to propose to her. I felt hella disrespected. What'd you say, though? Lita says, do you have to find... Oh, Doe, you have to find the right one. Someone that loves, respects, and appreciates you. Yeah, I mean, I can say that I found that. It's just, do things work out the right way all the time, though? You know what I mean? I also know that being in a relationship with me comes with a lot. Like, I get it. Like, I'm one of the few that can be like, it can be a lot on most days. So, you know what I mean? I think, marriages, they all just depend on everything aligning. Like, you got to want the same shit as them. I think when people get into marriages and they don't want the same things, or they're trying to, you know, prove something to a person or earn their love, it's the worst thing that you can do. Mr. Heavy 205 said in other countries, marriages is more of a business deal between two families. Crazy but true. Yeah, you don't get to pick this shit up. Colin said, she better not get on one knee. I'll lift her ass back up. That's hilarious. Then they said, how would a man feel if his woman was on one knee? I would think it's emasculating. I wouldn't know what to do. I'd be like, hey, this ain't gonna work. What up? Okay, music by my boyfriend. Music is my boyfriend. Says that I, Doughboy, always say that I'm a lot to deal with. Elaborate if I don't mind. I mean, I'm just a lot. Like, you know what I mean? I've been open about being bipolar. That's a lot just to deal with anybody who is that. I'm newly that. So I'm just finding out I'm that. So, you know, what comes along with being bipolar, if you know anybody's bipolar, it's just a lot of mood swings, a lot of mood shifts, a lot of, you know, all of that. Like, you know, I've had my, you know, my bouts with alcoholism. That's a lot, you know, back and forth with that shit. I have trust issues. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen some terrible things go on in relationships, so it makes me, you know, weary of situations. And I just feel like I'm older, and the older that you get, I feel like the more, I don't want to say stuck in your ways that you are, but the older you get, the harder it is to reverse some of the things you got going. I'm 42. I'm going to be 43. So it's just like, it's a lot of habits. It's a lot of, you know what I mean? And you can't just turn it off and turn it on just because you feel like you found somebody that you care about. So, you know what I mean? Flannel Jenkins says, that might be why I identify with you. LOL, I think I'm undiagnosed. Hey, man, it's scary to, you know, to get diagnosed with that shit. It's just like, wait, what you mean? Then you start talking to them and you start finding out more and more what it is and what it's about. I mean, I don't want to say it's scary. It's just finding out anything that late in life. I found out when I was 40, 41, I think. Yeah, so it's just tough. It's just like, wait, what? Wait, what do you mean? So I just know that that's a lot. You see what I'm saying? Like, I know that's a lot to deal with. So I don't even necessarily get mad anymore. You know what I'm saying? About, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's why I would say that I'm a lot. And that's the thing too, like, you know, when you deal with, you know, with being bipolar, sometimes it just makes you indecisive, because when you're going through your moments, it's like whatever you're thinking makes sense. But you might not feel like that in a month. You just feel like that when it's happening. So I just understand how frustrating that can be to another person. I don't know if I could deal with that with a person. So yeah, you know, look at me opening up. I was always saying that I don't like talking about too much personal stuff. I was like, you know, if you guys notice, I really don't talk about mental health much more, or alcoholism, just because those are personal things. But hey, today I made an exception. Because if you know about it, I talk about life stuff. Like, I talk about like weight loss. I talk about like, but I feel like there has to be a buffer in between your personal life and your business life. And mine was starting to just mirror too much within itself. So, you know, yeah. Thank you for sharing that and always being real. I try to. Yeah, you have to have a little bit of privacy, because if not, you know, people are, you know, try to use that shit against you. So yeah. Even Still Dream says, the right one will be for you, though. You give love, you will receive it. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. Monique says, I'm hopeful that there's someone that can deal with me and all I come with, and the other way around. Thanks for the transparency. For sure, man. And that's another thing, too. What are we at, 7:30? Hey, we at 7:40. We really pushed through this. We're about to get into some words of transfer, you know, some words of affirmation. So let's go into that right now. You are perfect the way you are. Stop trying to change for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to fit in with everybody, and understand that you're one of one, and there's never going to be nobody like you. And the things that you think are working against you are actually working for you. You understand what I'm saying? Fall in to love with yourself. Fall in love with yourself. Stop, like, we spend too much time always trying to fit in with what others believe are our sense of success or something is. No, it's what you think. How do you feel about yourself? I keep coming up here every day talking about, oh, I need to lose weight, all these other things. I want to do that for myself. There's not nobody else I want to do that for. I want to look good naked. I want to be able to be so strong that when people see me, they're like, hey, man, can you help me move a refrigerator? I want to be able to work as a trainer one day and help people see their fitness goals. I know I got dreams that are out of this world. Who cares, though? It's what makes me feel good. So, trying to fit in with other people and other people's agendas will have you not knowing what your purpose is in life. Not having, and that's a sad place to be when you don't even know how to be happy or when it's going good. I've had that happen to where it's like where I was pushing so hard for success that I didn't even realize it once I had it in my hand. Think about how off you got to be to not know that you winning once you got something in your hand that solidifies that you won. So that's what I want to say to everybody. If you can hear the sound of my voice or see my face or whatever, you are enough. And let that be enough. And go into today like, I'm dope AF. I'm that nigga. I'm that chick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got this. You know what I mean? And just once you can find that self-love, once you can just spoil yourself with compliments. Like, I'm looking at myself like, yeah, this beard needs to be lined up, but thank God I can grow a whole beard. Thank God I can grow hair. Thank God my hairline still look like something. Thank God I'm not 485 pounds like I used to be back in 2014. Thank God that, you know what I'm saying, I'm still out here in LA chasing my dreams. Thank God my daughter's heading into her senior year in high school. Like, sometimes you just start speaking positivity into yourself and just watch how your whole mood shifts. So yeah, stop it all and trying to fit in stuff and trying to be with what other people think, because all you're gonna do is one day end up looking back at all the shit that you did trying to fit in with all the people that one day you'll realize none of them mattered anyway. You're trying to impress everybody, get all the money, and all for what? You missed it. You missed the movie. So that's what I'm on. And I want everybody to have a good hump day. It's the first. It's the first. Go out and get it. It's the first. It's day number 1. All right. We'd already had 5 months go by. How you gonna make this month a little different? What you gonna do? How you gonna get to that next level? What is that next level? And how you gonna get there? You gotta get there all today, but you can find some steps. So that's all I really wanted to say. If you guys feel so honored, if you want to tap that Cash App, you can. Don't feel no pressure though. You understand me? And just get out there and have a good day. Good day. It's Wednesday. Whatever it is you're doing, have a good day. Say something nice to somebody. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end it like that. It's 7:45. I think we can end a little bit early. I think we had a great day. I think we had a great episode. Tomorrow, I will make sure we have more topics. Peace and blessings. Yes, I will check my DM. Tia, appreciate you. And I will see the rest of you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time, 6 to 8 tomorrow. And y'all be easy. I'm out of here. Peace.